Amber here from Gypsy Yoga School in Uvita, Costa Rica. The thing I wanted to talk about today was what yoga has become for me. And it's just that yoga has been becoming. At first, yoga practice was physical. I got into it from doing hot yoga and the amazing feeling afterwards, and slowly just found my way onto this path of yoga, is what they call it, the journey, And when I first moved to Costa Rica, I was really contemplating what yoga was for me, and what I came to was yoga was my way of life. It became a path that I took and I followed. It saved me in a time where I was really sad and depressed and really was unhappy with myself and my life, and at moments thought I would rather die than be alive. And then yoga came. Yoga always comes at the right time in the right way when we need it the most. So they say, and that's been my experience, however, as well. And over the last couple years, what I realized is that at first it was something I did. I would meditate, I would do yoga, and I had to put effort into showing up onto the mat. And now it's no longer something that I have to do. It's just something rather that I am. And I feel like for me, yoga has been about becoming myself, evolving into this person, this human that is connected to myself, that space within me that doesn't change, that doesn't shift. And so for me, it's no longer about doing yoga, but rather something that I am. Every single day that I get onto my mat, I wake up in the morning and I just sit. I sit with myself and I meditate. And I cherish that time. The same way when I come home at night and I sit and I just sit with myself, it's not something I have to do. Rather, I can't wait for it to happen and sit there and be there. And, however, that doesn't mean that it's always easy, or that I always sit in silence, or that my mind doesn't stop, or that I don't think about ending early. But what it is that there's no longer an effort to want to practice. I am the practice. Everything that I do, everything that I am throughout my day is an embodiment of my yoga. To be connected, to keep connecting back to that higher place within me where I can be of service to myself and then be of service to others. And the gateway that yoga has been for me has really allowed me to become who I'm meant to become, where it's peace and it's pissed off and it's a journey of like all the things in between happy and sad. But it's a place that exists within all of us. And I think yoga is union with yourself. And as we connect to this space within us, this channel of liveness, we then can connect more with our community. We can then be more of service to others around us. And in that, when we can be of service to others, we're happy. We have this fulfilled, meaningful life. And with that, it's ever evolving. It's ever changing, because we are ever changing. And so yoga has been something of becoming. Something that I am rather than something that I do. And it's a path that we can all take to get closer to ourselves. And the closer we get to here, to the heart, the more free we feel from all the shit that happens in life. When I first took my 200-hour teacher training and I met one of the longtime student devotees and teachers of the ashram, he was dying of cancer. And that really hit home into my heart, because my father passed away of cancer when I was 17, and this was just like 5 years after, and I was really, really feeling heavy and sad. And when I met him, I thought, oh wow, no one gets out of here alive, not even someone that practices yoga, that meditates, dedicate their life to being of service. And now, 7 years into the practice, I get that death is a graduation. It's not an end all. It's this expansion, this butterfly, and I feel like the journey of being human is like we're in a cocoon, and we just keep cracking the cocoon, and then death is like this butterfly. And through the cocoon, we have all these deaths of life, and one day we get to graduate. And life now is just this becoming, this yoga, this union with ourselves. From my heart to yours, namaste.